What is up, everyone? This is Soul with another video, and today we're going to take kind of a brief look at outdoor decor. How does this stuff work? What are the limits? What should we be very excited or really pissed off about? Just want to let you know this is a live recording. I'm doing this during stream, so hey, chat, go ahead and say hi. Please don't cuss too much. I'm gonna be doing my usual like stutters. It's not edited, so we're gonna see. Try to answer as many questions as we can, or address things that just have not been addressed yet for this video. All that stuff. So we're outdoors, and I did manage to put out like stuff. So when we go into the edit house menu, you can see first thing that got my attention at least is the budget. So we have a budget of a whopping 200 units. I already went through 50 by placing like some of these things out here. Because everything has like a different sort of value. Like this shrub happens to be a value of 5, I believe. Same with some of these other items, but some of these items that are out here might be a value of like 3 or even 1, depending on like what it is and the size of it. You can see here on the side of the screen, kind of, sort of, let me just show it like this. You can see the things that we have or don't have, and we can filter out all the different things that we have, but also whether it is indoors or outdoors. So let me try to deselect things and just go for, show everything that happens to be flagged as outdoors. This filter, by the way, it's still a work in progress. There are a lot of things here that just show up that shouldn't, or mostly things that can be put outside that just don't work under these filters. So we're just gonna check everything on and then make sure that we can see as many items as possible. But you can kind of see here, when I'm trying to mouse over, a lot of these things are only placeable inside the house. And that's kind of the intent, the way that I'm understanding it. The WoW team kind of explained, well, interiors, you can do whatever you want. We can afford to give you guys a lot more flexibility because it's your own personal instance. In this case, with housing, even if you do have permissions on whether or not people can come into your outdoor plot, the way that it works is this entire zone needs to load up, and it's going to load up all these assets and things that you have here on the house as well, even if you're like really far away, because someone else is going to be there too. So basically the servers need to be able to handle it. So we shouldn't expect like nearly as much of a budget outdoors as we have indoors. So this is one of those humble beginnings kinds of numbers. We don't have much of a level to speak of. But let's try to answer some questions and get some clarifications here. So one thing that I wanted to check was what's the actual lot size. So this little flamingo bird thing over here, that's a fountain, and we kind of go back to this table that's all the way back here, and then finally there's that Torghast looking maw portal that's all the way back there. If you take these 4 points, this is the lot size of the house. So it's going to be like this big. So we have this much space to like mess around with stuff, which is a pretty sizable amount, until we get a whole bunch of stuff and we want to fill it up and just make this thing look like just crazy full and wild. Now you can see like some things that you're like, should this belong outdoors? I'm able to use these, which I'm gonna guess is like pretty much fine, because hey, we might have an overhang. We might want to have, someone might want to set up an outdoor restaurant with like a cloth roof or something like that, but still have some lighting fixtures available. The team did say that they didn't want to focus, they didn't want to give players too much freedom when it comes to lighting effects, because that can cause potential issues as well. So we'll see what ends up making the cut or not. So it looks like it's a pretty big lot, fairly big. And as for the customizations of the outdoor decor itself, you have the similar freedom that you have inside. So I can move stuff around, I can put on a grid or not, rotate stuff. I can go into advanced mode, and then from there like rotate things as I feel like. Woohoo! I can of course float stuff. There we go. However I like, and it's cool because it'll cast a shadow as well. So another one of those small reasons why, how much outdoor decor will they allow without, tanking people's systems or whatnot. The housing lead did point out that, obviously this is all work in progress and some things just aren't sitting right. Like notice how everything is floating, including my character. The ground is eventually there, but not quite. But yeah, you still have pretty good freedom with the customization options. Now as for the house, what can we do with the house? Let me get some of this stuff out of the way if I can, as long as I don't run into like too many errors and all that. There's a box, whatever. So here's the house. Now there are some limitations with moving the house. You can't move it up and down, so you won't be able to like make a crazy platform. You know, you gotta climb like some crazy stairs just to get in the house. So you can't do that. You can't really do like the super advanced movement that you could. You can only move it along the X and Y axis. So, sorry, people like me, I can't just flip the thing upside down and then sink it into the ground and be like, all right, there's the door, buddy. Let's go. So you can't do anything like that. They still want your house to be like mostly visible. Now, hopefully I won't crash, but let's take a look at the edit house exterior thing. So, when you go into this menu, the house becomes this sort of, it turns into a barbershop basically. So these trappings feel familiar. You have pull downs and you can change things as you like. In this case, there are little bits here, like little clickables, that give you extra options. So you can kind of see here, like, hey, I want this simple awning or whatever. That simple awning, it actually moves the entrance of the house from there to here. And then if I want to move it back, then I can move it there. Or if I want it to be back here, I can do that as well. The options for the Alliance house, they're a bit limited now. I'm going to go to the Horde one in a bit just to help illustrate for you guys. Okay, here's what else is going on. But you can do other customizations here. I just feel like the Alliance one currently looks a little bit more limited, but it gives us a good idea. So there are these large towers, mage towers, and square towers. So I have a large tower that's put up here. Actually, this is 2 of them. So if I just remove that, then I can take that out. But what I can do also is create a simple chimney if I wanted to switch that around. Or if I want to have like a kind of a window thingy sticking out, I can do that too. The whole tower thing, it can take up a lot of space though. So let me take these things out, and you can kind of see like these are the fixtures where you would attach something like this. So there's a regal tower as well. That's kind of neat. But otherwise, if you just want to have it kind of look like this, that's kind of cool. These look like cannons from a ship or something like that. Oh no, actually it looks like the house has wings. That's cute. And then you can change like some of these simple things too, but there isn't a whole lot of customization. We just have like these windows. I'm extremely confident that there's going to be a lot more that we'll be able to add to this. Because right now it's, like I said, it's pretty limited. But I can at least like move stuff around. So, here's the front of the lots. And if I want to, I can, have it like right up here, like kind of close. But it's not, because I think there are things in the way. This is alpha, by the way. Decor selection fail. Okay, so I bugged it out. Good going, Soul. I don't think I'll be able to clean this thing up. I'll probably have to go to the Horde house. But yeah, you can, the intent here was to show you folks, hey, if I want to move the house over to like the front and then just have like this really big backyard kind of thing, where all the barbecuing happens, that's totally cool. That's totally fine. So it's pretty good. I like it. But let's take a look over at the Ogremar house so we can look at the customizations as well too. Okay, so here's the example of the Horde house. I did some edits, and as you can see, this looks way different from like the other huts so like there's the basic hut over there. This one I decided to like fatten this boy up with some of the customizations. So let's go in right here and see if I can like do a little bit more without it bugging out too much. So here's me moving the house. I can do rotations and whatnot, and I got phased into the house. But it's okay. Maybe I should be like a safe distance away. So like there is fine. So here's like the road, and I'm pretty much at the end of the lot, kind of. And I just need to like jump up because, again, bugs. Things are just kind of floating in the air right now. But let's go into the edit mode, and I'll show you guys the customizations for the Horde house. So this large structure here, let me strip this thing down. These are they're called covered fortifications. And then you can, like I said, you can slim these up and make it look a bit more normal. Let's take these things out, just so we can show you like the kinds of customization. So this stone chimney is something that you can put up top as well, you know, in case you don't want it to be like too stacked. You'll be able to change the colors of these things too once you see more kinds of customization. So we'll put that thing on top. Hey, that's cool. And then there's a few more attachments here on the side that you can mess around with. So here you have, you know, of course, none. And then you can have the angled window. And then here's this fixture thing that lets you change the entrance, the location of the entrance to the house. So if I wanted to like move this thing around, cool. And then there's like going to be other ones, a covered entry, a drawbridge, and a scrap metal entry. So there's going to be more customization options there as well. Here is a different kind of fixture that we can put in the window, as we saw, or we can make it into like this big chimney that we were seeing before. And then finally, there is the covered fortification that for some reason, when I select it here, it happens to the other side. And that's kind of, that's a little bit odd to me, but oh well. So we can do like a little bit of fattening here if we wanted to make this thing like a little bit thicker. It's just kind of weird how all this works out. And again, it's buggy. We'll be able to, they'll clarify stuff eventually. One thing that I didn't do, that I didn't demonstrate yet was, you know, during edit mode, can I at least decorate the house with stuff? And the answer is yes. You can put stuff, you can attach stuff directly to the house if you want to. Let's see if I can get some good examples here, because I think I used up a lot of my pieces on the Alliance house. So here's like a fixture. So here's like a Lordaeron lantern, and you can see that it'll snap to a part of the house just like normal. So if you want to have that thing there, you know, add like a little tiny bit of flavor to the house. Okay, cool. Even though it's floating, not a big deal. But maybe you want it to float. That's fine too. We'll make this thing like a little bit bigger, shall we? Boom. And move this thing around like a little bit, you know, just have it attached to whatever offers like a tiny bit of lighting, or if you just want to have something on the side, that's cool too. You know, so like here under the shadow of the barracks, this is where all the rotten things happen. All the this is where you throw the trash out, whatever, you know, whatever you like. One thing that I noticed too, and I hope this gets fixed, when you start attaching things to the house, it makes it so you can't really move the house itself. You know how in indoor decor, and I'm guessing outdoor as well, if like, let's say if you put a light thing on a table and you move the table, the light will move with you. You know, that kind of seems to be the intent here, because I could still move the house and everything, but then it kind of bugs out. Okay, in this case, it didn't. It did let me move it, but stuff didn't move with the house. So it'd be nice if it could. If not, then folks, you just want to make sure that wherever you move your house, you want to have it like perfect before you start to adorn it with like shrubbery or overgrowth, you know, stuff like that to give it a little bit more flavor. Or an Onyxia head right on the side, right there. So it's very cool. I'm pretty good with how the outdoor decor is looking. It is a bit more. There's a bit more freedom than I thought there was going to be. I think that's cool. The not concern really, is coming with like the budget. There's only 200 units that I have available. So this whole fixture budget that you can't see it, but this whole fixture budget there, that's a lie. Yeah, that's a very much a work in progress. So we'll have to wait and see like just what kind of freedom is going to be allowed for us from the jump. You know, with early access, it might just be stuck at that 300 indoors, 200 outdoors. It might be stuck with that for a while. But when things really start taking off, what are we going to get eventually? Is it going to be just like how we saw during Gamescom in Boston, where we had like 10,000, like a budget of 10,000 to work with? Because that'd be awesome. But if we don't get that, I'm sure people are going to be calling that out, and I'm probably going to be one of them. Let me read chat really quick just to make sure that like chat. Let me know if you have any questions real quick, because we're going to wrap things up. So I can't build outside of my lot, correct? Because I saw a water wheel and I was thinking I can place that on a river or something. No, that doesn't appear to be the case. So sorry about that. So here with the Horde house, I'll just use the house itself as the measurement. So when you can kind of, okay, you can't really see how well that works. This door will be a good indicator. So you can see like there's a certain limit to where I can move this door until it just stops, and then it just gets kind of stuck. So I hope they fix this a little bit, because I don't like how the stuff gets stuck like that. It's a little bit hard to navigate when you're trying to decorate like in this particular part of the house. So even if I were to try to do advanced mode, yeah, so you can see like it turns red a little bit, so you know like, okay, that's the boundary. But let's use this thing to kind of like, you know, get an idea of like where the front is. So it looks like we have like a little bit of space back there. We can go this far. So it looks like it's not even like a very even shape. You can see I can place things here, but I can't extend it further out here. So there's some freedom that you have, but it doesn't look like it's going, you know, so it's not like a perfect square. But I doubt we're going to be able to like build next to like that tower that some lots have. But as we go through builds, I'll be double checking each of the different plots, and we'll see. So I think that about covers everything that we are able to do with outdoor decor so far. As you can see, like the Horde house, it seems to have a bit more customization options than the Alliance one, at least at the moment. But then other things to note here is that you can change the house type, so it's probably going to be like what kind of race do you want to choose. And then there's the house size, which I don't know how that's going to be like a really big influence on everything. But it's cool that we can choose to change other stuff too. If we want to get out of the whole wood stuff, we can go with stone. We can change the color, I believe, of the roof style to a couple of different ones. Some of that stuff has been data mined. We've been able to take like a quick look at it. But I think that is about it for now. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Just leave them in the comments, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. But otherwise, let's just keep watching. Let's keep watching for what like new stuff is coming, what new customizations they come out with, because so far it's looking pretty good. I still prefer to just have a door. Just give me like nothing but a door that I can lay flat on the ground, and then I just kind of like, boom, I just dive into my house or something like that. That would be that'd be awesome. But oh well. For now, that's gonna be it. So let me know what you guys think. Please like the video, subscribe for more stuff, catch me live, and I'll catch you later. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.